This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
Tis the season. You may have noticed flu shot posters popping up, which means flu season is upon us. So the question is now the time to get vaccinated? Dr. Justin Puckett with Complete Family Medicine is here this morning to give us a breakdown of what we need to know about flu shots this season. How are you doing?
Doing well, thank you.
So what does the flu season outlook look like for this year?
Well, we think we're going to have a pretty good flu season.
Okay.
I've already had 2 of my own patients hospitalized with the flu.
Wow.
And we're seeing cases nearly every day in the urgent care. So flu season is here. It hasn't certainly reached its full potential in the community, and it will kind of trickle along here. But as weather cools and we get inside and we're around each other more often, it's just gonna spread and go from there. So looking for an average or above average flu season.
Okay, now so do you want to get your shots now or do you want to wait? What's the time frame?
Yeah, the old concept that the flu shots way back when only lasted a few months is pretty much out the window. We think that especially the live vaccines are going to last you for up to a year. So those vaccines you can definitely get now. And even the injectable flu vaccines that are killed virus, the CDC recommends that you get those as soon as they're available to you. And we've had them now for over a month, and so it's definitely time. Even the flu season that some people say starts October the 1st, we're past that. So if you don't have your flu shot yet, you're behind the time. So.
All right. So what types of flu vaccinations are available to people?
Well, this year we have both what we call trivalent and quadrivalent vaccines. So some have 3 viruses in them, some have 4. My recommendation is if you can get a 4-strand vaccine, then you're going to get a little bit broader coverage. But if the 4 is not available at all in the community and all you can get is the trivalent, then that's better than nothing for sure. And then if you're a senior 65 or over, you need to make sure that you get a high-dose flu vaccine as long as it's available. And then there's a variety of different delivery mechanisms, from the normal injectable, the intradermal, like we're going to give you in a second, and the nasal spray.
Okay, so you did bring 2 to show off. One is the nasal spray, and the other one is the one I'll be taking. So obviously the one nasal, you shoot it up your nose,
yeah,
right?
It's simple. It's just there's no needle, and it's just inserted into the nares, and about 2.2 mils of fluid is squirted. So that's a fifth of that's a 20th of a teaspoon. So a very small amount of fluid there. And then this is the intradermal device, and it's got the needle on the end. This is the one that the needle is shorter than the width of a penny.
Okay. So while you get ready to give me one, let's talk about who should be getting vaccines. I know we just touched base on senior citizens, but there is a wide range of people who should be getting vaccinated.
The recommendation at this point is that every man, woman, child get the vaccination. We do know that there has been some delivery shortage. Things have kind of creeped along this year in production, and so. But at this point, there has not been any recommendation that we move back to just high risk people. So everybody should be getting one.
Okay. Should I stand, relax? What should I do?
Nope, you should relax.
Now, does it matter which arm it goes on?
Well, I usually put it in your least dominant arm.
Oh, that's smart because it gets sore afterwards.
Yeah, and now yours isn't going to get so much sore because that's one of the big advantages of the intradermal is that it doesn't go deep into the muscle and cause that muscle soreness. So the trade-off, though, is you can see that the needle is so teeny tiny that the So you're just going to relax, and you're hardly going to feel anything with this intradermal except me pushing pretty hard. Then we're going to deliver the medicine. Let it all soak in, and we are done.
And that's it.
That's it. Now, because you did the intradermal instead of the intramuscular, since your immune reaction is going to be more towards the edge, I color coordinated that for you today.
That was really good.
Since you did the intradermal, your reaction is going to be a little more superficial, so you might get a little red circle or something like that. It might even itch a little bit. That's all a normal response.
Okay. Now, what about for those people that say, I don't get my flu shot because I don't want to get sick, and I get sick when I get a flu shot?
Well, 90% of the time whenever they are telling you that, if you ask them how they got sick, they'll usually tell you that they got diarrhea or vomiting. Nothing to do with the respiratory flu. Okay. So that can be convinced easily that that's some misinformation. Some people will get a couple percent will get some nasal congestion, and maybe some, but by no means no fevers, no body aches, and it is impossible to get the flu from the flu shot.
All right. right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Puckett. What we'll do is we'll post everything on our website at heartlandconnection.com, and we'll also link up Dr. Puckett's information as well if you need to get your flu shot. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.